Hey everyone, if you're new, and even if you're not, I'm Kay, and I recently solidified, I guess, my sim player handle. So I am Kay Let's Play, because, I like to do Let's Plays and storytelling and, character development. So I decided to, play the cookout scenario, and I usually don't film creative sims just because I can't talk and make decisions at the same time. And also, I don't know, I feel like I don't put a lot of thought into the sim. I just kind of randomize their features and go from there. So for this cookout scenario, I wanted to create a very complex family structure just to make, cookout day a little more interesting. So I'm gonna run through the main family, and then I'll get into their complexities, their spices, their own little flavors in a bit. So first, we have the patriarch of the family. We got Papa Johnson. He is an elder. He's, been around the block a while. His aspiration is to be a super parent. He's always loved kids. He's always loved the idea of, raising a strong knit family. He's a very domestic kind of dad. He really likes being involved. He likes, maybe being a little too involved in his children's lives, but he cares about them so much, and he is interested in, what's going on with their lives. He's a very outgoing person. He's always been, easy to get along with, partly because he's such a goofball and he's always cracking jokes, even at the expense of his own children. And even more so, he loves eating. So he's been looking forward to this cookout for a long time. If he's gonna go by Papa, his beautiful wife is gonna go by Granny. They have been married for decades, nearly 50 years. But she's also been a family person. That's one of the big things that drew them together initially. And more so, she just wants a big, happy family. While Papa's concerned on being really engaged with his children, Granny's concern is just making sure they're happy. And if that means backing off a bit, she'll do that. Overall, she's a very cheerful person. She's very optimistic. She likes to look on the bright side. But she does not play about her food, okay? She is a foodie through and through. She grew up watching her mom and grandma cook really good food. Their recipes were passed down to her, and now she raised her family with those same recipes, that same loves cooked into every single meal. So don't bring any of that subpar stuff to her cookout. And on that, Granny's really neat too. She has a very particular way of doing things, and she doesn't like mess. So her main concern with this cookout is everyone, just leaving a mess everywhere all over her house. Now, their firstborn daughter, Kimberly, the other siblings, kind of see her as a little stuck up, but hey, she's the firstborn daughter of the family. Basically, she was raising those kids alongside the mom. She's earned her title to feel a little more mature than the others, even though in actuality she's only a few years older than the second eldest child. But we won't get into that. Growing up around such good food, she naturally just loves food. She loves everything about it. She loves it so much that she decided to do it for work. She is one of the highest paid chefs in their city. Not to brag or anything, but she is a little bit of a celebrity chef. She's cooked for the stars. She's been hired for personal events. She gets poached by the fanciest restaurants in town just so she can create a menu for them. She knows her way around food. The second eldest child of the Johnson family is Samson. Head full of hair. You know the deal. You already know what's up. He's definitely a people person. He loves, getting to know the neighbors. He's just so talkative, outgoing. But when it comes to romantic relationships, the kid's non-committal. The third eldest is... I forgot to name him. Okay, the third eldest is Keon. Keon's the jokester of the family. You name a holiday, you name an event, Keon is there ready to bust jokes. He's a bit of an insider, Keon. He always seems to know the latest trends, the latest spots, the latest hookups. He is basically the town gossip. He's a tad high maintenance, whether that's because he has high standards or because he's a little neurotic. Last but certainly not least, we have Yvette, and she's a little bit of a fashionista, go-getter. She currently is in university, but she does have some things to disclose to the rest of her family about that. Just based on personalities alone, let me know in the comments which family member you think is going to end up being your favorite by the end of this mini series. Personally, I mean, I don't know yet, but I have a feeling my favorite might end up being Samson, but let me know your predictions. Let me know, just based on personalities. Yeah, so Kimberly's pretty much a pro in the kitchen, but what about her little subset of family? That's one of her daughters right now, but we're gonna go to her husband first, Mr. Eric Henderson. So Eric is actually a pretty successful businessman. He's kind of put their family into the next tax bracket, if you will. He's been doing it for so long, it's basically second nature to him. But what he really loves might be a little surprising. And honestly, he's kind of scared to tell his wife. Their youngest daughter, Rhonda, there's not much, I don't want to say not much to her, but she is a kid. She's still, growing in her personality. But one thing's for sure is that she is a very active child, and she loves being outside. She loves, playing. And girl, can you turn around? Okay, no, she's just gonna leave. Their teenage daughter, Sunny, she's kind of a quiet loner, artsy type. Okay, can you turn around, please? Okay, I guess while Sunny meditates, she is a artsy, quiet teenager that kind of keeps to herself, but she does stay out of trouble, so her parents aren't too concerned. So yeah, that's Kimberly's side to the family. Oh, look at them flirting. They're so cute. Samson's story is a little more dramatic. He is, non-committal. Boy, can you sit down? He's gonna go cook himself a little something. But while he does that, so he's non-committal, as you saw, but he did get into a little relationship on accident, a girl named Paloma. He was swept up, and in the heat of the moment, they did not use protection. They entered into a relationship thinking they could work it out, and it just made their relationship kind of weird, and even worse if they had just, started off as co-parenting. So Paloma Gomez, that's his baby mama, I guess. Their relationship, it's very awkward because, they still have that fiery attraction to each other, but they also drive each other, quote unquote, crazy. Like, it's just a lot of weird, tense emotions behind that attraction. And of course, they're broken up. Honestly, Samson's still kind of furious about the whole situation because although it's not Paloma's fault, he blames her into the guilt that brought him into getting into a relationship. I don't know why he's blaming her for that guilt. That's more like self-imposed, but people illogically place their blame somewhere. On Paloma's side, she's deeply wounded around the whole thing. She really liked him, and she was the one who was putting more effort to make the relationship work. In the end, it didn't. And that's still something that really hurts her. So the reason why Samson is still in contact with Paloma is because they do have a child together. Her name is Deja, and she's like a cute little artistic, free spirit child. She's very sweet, a little bit of a perfectionist, a little too hard on herself, but she does have a great relationship with both her dad and her mom, who she lives with, but she spends weekends with dad. Oh, TV's in the way, but look at them hugging unprompted. Super cute. So that's their relationship. This is Lynn Park, and she used to live in this apartment with her sister, but her sister has since moved out, so she was looking for a roommate, and here comes Keon. Now, Keon, although he's like an insider, his erratic behavior, kind of makes it hard for him to find romantic partners. His parents, see, look at him. Why is he crying? Um, but his parents have been worried about him. So for the upcoming cookout, he randomly blurted out like, "Stop worrying about me. I have a girlfriend." So that prompted them, of course, to ask about this supposed girlfriend. And Keon could only think of one person, Lynn. So he, approached Lynn as a, "Hey, I kind of need a fake girlfriend for, my family's cookout. We can fake break up after. I promise I won't make it weird." And she's like, "Oh, sure. Like, I don't care. I love free food. I'll come by." Lynn's just doing it as a friend, as a roommate, for fun, for food. She's not really thinking too deeply about it. But you see, Keon, he actually has a little bit of a crush on Lynn. I mean, she's gorgeous. She's cute. Oh, where is he going? Okay, he's going upstairs. But yeah, he actually has a little bit of a crush on her while she only sees him as a neutral roommate. So the cookout is going to be interesting for the two of them. And of course, we have the main household with Granny, Papa, and Yvette. So Granny and Papa, they're just chilling, retired, waiting for their kids to come over for the cookout. Their youngest daughter, Yvette, still lives with them because she is a college student who is currently home from university on the holidays. But she does have a secret that she is not telling her parents, and that is that she's not going back to school next semester. She decided to withdraw from her classes, and she's currently debating if she's going to go back. After one semester, she's sort of figuring out that it's not for her, but she doesn't really know how to tell her parents. So that's everything. I hope this family seems interesting to you. It's certainly going to be interesting to play through this scenario with these Sims. I'm so excited to get into all of their family drama and just have a good old-fashioned cookout. Like, the Sims, they fall short on things quite a bit, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not blaming them individually. It's just a trend I've noticed. But this little update they did, I'm excited to play it. I'm excited. So I'll see you with episode 2 when we get into the scenario. And, I'll go over all the rules and stuff of it then. All right, bye.